Mysterious elements in our history. When things start to go bad on the surface, what will happen below? They'll start to let out mysterious words of how and where they will be during the time, and it won't be space. It'll be a place, the inner earth. And we today reveal more of the mysterious elements of the world that's been hidden from us. Why do the Masons block off certain mountains? Why do they hide this evidence? What are they connecting with? Ancient civilizations roamed for years and left behind multiple mysteries for multiple generations. We dive deep into those mysteries today and unveil to you the hidden inner earth secrets. During the gold rush era, around 1850s, after the indigenous people surrounding Mount Shasta were massacred and forced out of their homelands, many of the area's caves were taken over by secret societies with Masonic power structures. Members of these societies left their names and initiatory degrees painted on the walls of local caves, identifying them as occult lodges where they conduct the strange initiation and group rituals. All over the world, caves were believed to be mysterious repositories of occult powers used by secret societies for rituals and initiations. But it was also said that every culture which populated caves with spirits and supernatural guardians who dwell in a subterranean realm hidden just beneath the surface of our own world. Western traditions going back as far as the early Greeks and Romans who took over society a long time ago have always viewed caves as eerie entrances into the underworld. Throughout the ages, caves have been used as mysterious settings for spiritual ceremonies and otherworldly portals, initiations, and more. And obviously, this Buddhist map from over 1,000 years ago shows you there was more locations outside the circle, islands, and places you've never seen. In the scripture said, "From the earth you came, and to it you shall return." That speaks volumes. Have you really thought about that? And so, now, what is man trying to do as they corrupt the earth, destroy, and ecologically collapse the environment? But if there were a world before the Masons and all the secret societies took over, it's definitely more to it than just deep rituals and darkness. There's another side to this reality. God created the world, so what are we missing? And why is NASA astronauts going into the inner earth insane? We feel like we were on Mars. This made me exploration even more important than going to Mars, is because that's where the mystery lies. So why should we ever have a water shortage crisis like they've mentioned coming this year with all the clean water underground? So the mystery deepens, and this is Caves Underground Expeditions. They carry these out, and it's called a complex scientific and technical task to explore unmapped areas, use procedures related to space exploration. Why would they need to use those procedures? And they're constantly on these missions when everything goes down. they will return to the inner Earth. Here's some more from the actual website. Astronauts from NASA, ESA, CSA spent 2 weeks in the dark, cold, serene interior of Sagrate Cave and Supermonte Mountain in Sardinia to simulate Mars-like exploration. That's their excuse. What else do you think they could be doing there? There are so many interconnections to the inner Earth, which we're going to go into next.
12,000-year-old massive underground tunnels are real and stretch from Scotland to Turkey. Is it possible that ancient cultures were interconnected thousands of years ago? According to thousands of underground tunnels that stretch from North Scotland towards the Mediterranean, the answer is a big yes. While the reason behind these sophisticated tunnels remains a mystery, many experts believe that this huge 12,000-year-old network was built as a protection against predators and other dangers 12,000 years ago. Some experts believe that these mysterious tunnels were used as modern-day highways, allowing the transition of people and connecting them to distant places across Europe. In the book Secrets of the Underground Door to an Ancient World, German archaeologist Dr. Heinrich Kusch states that evidence of huge underground tunnels has been found under dozens of Neolithic settlements all over the European continent. These tremendous tunnels are often referred to as ancient highways. According to Dr. Kusch, the fact that many of these tunnels still exist today after 12,000 years indicates that the tunnels must have been both complex and huge in size. While some of the tunnels are relatively small, some of them measure over a meter in width, there are other tunnels that have been found with underground chambers and storage areas. The fact that these tunnels have been found points towards incredible ancient ingenuity, which is anything but what history books tell us today. Ancient mankind had the knowledge and tools to build complex structures over 10,000 years ago. Evidence of that are the pyramids of Bosnia in Europe and their underground tunnels that go on for kilometers. Dr. Kusch states that across Europe there were thousands of these tunnels, from the north of Scotland down to the Mediterranean. They are interspersed with nooks. At some places it's larger and there is seating or storage chambers and rooms. They do not all link up, but taken together it is a massive underground network.
There's a lot going on in the earth that they haven't been telling us. And they always say, well, it's just lava in the core. Well, what if there's something different there? The story written by Verne involves a German professor called Odo Lindenbrock who was convinced that there was volcanic tubes that lead towards the center of the planet. Lindenbrock, his nephew Axel, and their guide Hans descended into an Icelandic volcano and encountered many adventures along the way, including prehistoric animals, dangers. Eventually they resurfaced in southern Italy, Stromboli volcano. Verne describes a massive ocean that exists inside our planet. A massive ocean. And you can see by the water in these caves that there might be a massive ocean there. Also, many ancient civilizations being spoken of. Author and researcher David Wilcock discussed inner Earth civilizations that basically resides inside the Earth, and they may soon reveal themselves to the outer world, but we don't know for sure. During the formation of all watery planets in the universe, he explained hollow cavities form below the surface of the crust and have their own biome that features bacteria, which gives off natural light. That alone kills the whole theory of you can't get sunlight in the inner Earth. And it's said that there is another sun in the inner Earth. Question. Think about this for a second. Whenever giant lakes and wormholes of water drop down into the ground, where do you think that water is going? It's leading to somewhere. And all these discoveries and everything is leading us back to the inner Earth. The question is, will we be able to rediscover and go back to inner Earth if we had to? Lots of questions remain. This is the final absolute value of what's going on. The above people on the surface controlling the environment, changing how it feels. At the end of the day, do you really believe they're going to stay above the surface? Thanks for tuning in to JWTV show today. Please subscribe, share it out. The Inner Earth Unveiled.